Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research, and this is your morning market alert for Wednesday, December 29th. Another quiet trading session is on tap for Wall Street, as many investors have already closed their books on 2010. U.S. stocks are likely to open higher, following the lead of most major markets across Europe and Asia. Chinese investors finally got back to buying following a surprise interest rate hike over the weekend, designed to curb growth in the world's second largest economy. Before today, the Shanghai Composite had fallen for the past two sessions, and 9 out of the last 10. Stocks in London are lower as investors return from their Christmas holidays. But the trend throughout most of Europe is positive, as recent gains in commodity prices are boosting mining and energy shares. Speaking of commodities, rare earth metals may extend their historic rally through next year, after China moved to cut exports. China supplies more than 90% of the world's rare earths, which are vital to the production of high-tech devices. The country said it will reduce its shipments of metals by 35% during the first half of 2011. Meanwhile, gold is holding steady above $1,400 an ounce, following its biggest one-day gain since November. But crude oil is dropping back below $91 a barrel after flirting with a two-year high. Yesterday's gains in gold, oil, and other commodities priced in dollars coincided with a decline in the U.S. currency, following disappointing reports on the housing market and consumer sentiment. There are no major economic data on the calendar today, but tomorrow brings the weekly jobless claims numbers, along with readings on pending home sales and manufacturing activity in the Chicago area. On the corporate front, Allstate is suing Countrywide Financial and Bank of America, which bought the mortgage lender in 2008. Beginning in 2005, Countrywide sold Allstate $700 million in toxic mortgage-backed securities that quickly lost their value. The insurer claims that Countrywide abandoned its underwriting standards and misrepresented information about the underlying loans that made up the securities it sold. One stock that may be on the rise today is General Motors. Shares of the automaker have barely budged from last month's IPO price of $33 a share. But they're rising 2% in the pre-market after two analysts said it's only a matter of time before GM shifts into a higher gear. Both Barclays Capital and Credit Suisse initiated coverage with overweight ratings. Barclays placed a price target of $42 a share on GM, while Credit Suisse expects the stock to rise to $43. Finally, BJ's Wholesale Club may see heavy trading today after a report in the New York Post that it may face a hostile takeover attempt from the private equity firm Leonard Green and Partners. Leonard Green has made a strong push into the retail industry recently, buying Jo-Ann stores and partnering with TPG on a bid for J.Crew. Shares of BJ's are jumping 6% on the news. That's the latest from Weiss Research. I'll be back after the opening bell with all the market reaction.